Back with, hey guys, back with another video, and you're not alone. Please like, comment, subscribe. Helps me to get on the algorithm. My braids are cooked, getting retwisted tomorrow, so it is what it is. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the male loneliness epidemic. And yeah, let's get into it. If you guys don't know about the male loneliness epidemic, this is something that's been trending, I want to say, since like 2020. It's gotten even more popular in the past like couple years. But the epidemic is pretty much just stating that male loneliness is at an all-time high. Now, do I agree with it? Hell yes, I agree with it. Society is kind of cooked right now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you guys are being aware, if you guys are paying attention. But for guys, it's really hard. It's very difficult out here. And the crazy part about it is you can't really talk about it, because if you talk about it, somehow it's taking the rights away from others. I don't really get that. But it's, if you went out into society and said, hey, this is male loneliness epidemic, I'm kind of feeling it, they will tell you to suck it up. They will try to tell you it doesn't exist. And they will tell you to go talk to more girls, try to work on yourself, all these different things. But I think people are scared to talk about problems or issues because it's a little bit too real. You get me? And that's the problem with society. If we can't have real conversations that we're talking about like all these different things, and we're so interested into distractions, drinking, all these different things, how are we going to progress as a society? How are we going to progress as a society emotionally if this is what's going on? You get me? And that's why the depression in males are so high, and so many more males are like unaliving themselves. And it's kind of bad. But if you guys do recognize what it is, I'm not one to say to don't complain. I feel like you should have people to like go open up about your issues to. What I don't like though is complaining and not trying to do something to solve the issue. You get me? Like after my breakup and I started seeing how society was when it came to dating and whatnot, I'm like, I had my little anger and depression phase, but I'm like, bro, I gotta do something about this. I need to focus on myself now so the future me won't be worrying about these issues. Is it hard? Yes, it's very difficult. I suffer day in and day out trying to get my life to be better. If you are a man and you weren't really born into money and born into success, you trying to get all these different things to get yourself out of loneliness, to get yourself a little bit more money, and to be in a better place mentally, you're going to go through hell. And it's that hell and suffering that you go through that's going to make you into the man that you need to be. You get me? And I'm noticing slowly over time, the more I work on myself, the more I go through the suffering, I am becoming a little bit more assertive, a little bit more confident. And the things I go through in life, I don't really, like, of course they like affect me from time to time. I'm only human. But now I'm able to go through things and be like, it is what it is. You get me? And you kind of need that grit if you guys are pursuing things that's outside of the matrix. Like if you want to like start your YouTube, music, and all those different things, you got to be tough out here, man. And I feel like how society is, it's the perfect time to mold yourself into the man that you need to be. But that can just be me. I'm very toxic positive because I view that my thoughts create my reality. So whenever I view negatives and I feel like life is unfair, I just reframe it in my mind to make it way more positive. I am agreeing with you guys. This male loneliness thing is really kind of bad. And also on top of that too, it's going back to me saying how you can't really talk about it because society will try to belittle or take away from your, like, try to make it seem less than it actually is. It's like, you guys remember when the Black Lives Matter was a thing, and then people started a group saying, well, all lives matter. When it comes to men's issues and men's rights, whenever you try to talk about it, that's what society's going to do. They're going to be like, oh, well, we're lonely too. Or, well, this is that. So why are you complaining? So it makes it seem like it really isn't an issue. You get me? And the crazy thing about that too, when society is doing that, it's making other men feel the same way. You get me? The ones who are really woke, the ones who are really tapped in, they ignore all that shit that people are saying. And they'd be like, no, this is a real thing. You get me? But to the guys that just kind of follow the matrix, they're going to listen to what the outside knows what they're saying. And what that's going to do, it's going to create a man that does not like talking about his emotions. It's going to create a man that thinks sharing how he views and how hard life is, it makes him weak as a person. Bro, we are not robots. Like, what is this? I am a human being. Sometimes I think people view me like, and only like me conditionally. You get me? They only like me for the things that I can provide. Like I'm a good worker, I'm a good robot, and I do this and I that. And when I can't provide that, then you are no longer useful to me, and I will throw you in the trash. What is going on out here? Like, can anyone validate what I'm talking about? Like, us as men, people are unaliving themselves, this and that, and they don't care. It's crazy. Men's mental health is at an all-time low, and people do not care. People think you just gotta suck it up. Like, and I be seeing comments too, like on YouTube videos, people be saying like, as a man, all you gotta do is just suck it up, don't talk about it, and you just get through and push through. And then people commenting is like, I thought everyone did this and that. It's just not normal. It's really not normal. And I get it. It's the Matrix. You guys try to go against the grain, you will be outcasted. You will become a black sheep, this and that. So it's kind of very scary to even talk about these things. And I even debate making these type of YouTube videos from time to time. But the more I kind of go on my SR journey, for those of you guys that know that I'm on that, I really don't give a fuck what I talk about these days. I'm gonna just talk about what I feel and how I view the world. And if you're rocking with me, you're not. And if you are, I appreciate the ones that are sticking around. But yeah, male loneliness is just getting worse and worse and worse. And you could just see it within the guys' faces when you talk to them. Friends that you've known from the past, they used to be happy, then they go through life, and now you talk to them and you see their soul is kind of like not in their bodies anymore. And I refuse for the world to make me into someone that I'm not. You get me? I don't want to be a byproduct of my environment. That's why I like to preach that although male loneliness epidemic is a real thing, try to find happiness within yourself. Try to like find happiness just being, just get into a relationship with yourself. You get me? I feel like a lot of guys nowadays can't be by themselves because they don't like themselves. And I used to be in that position too. Like, don't think I'm just talking down and talking out of my ass. Like, all these things I talk about is because I went through it myself. Like, I got cheated on, I got dumped, and like all these different things. I hated myself. I was trying to what do you call it? Mask it with alcohol and just being with friends and all these different things. And when I went home and I was to myself, the thoughts were very overbearing. But I'm here to let you guys know, like, once you guys build that relationship with yourself and you're doing more self-care activities, you will start like being by yourself. Now I go to my day-to-day and it's kind of the opposite now. It's like I don't like being around a lot of people because I see the fake BS and things people try to get over on people, use people, this and that, and I refuse to be a part of it. But that is something I'm working on within myself. I know not everyone is like that out there, and humans crave connection. So I can't really be in isolation forever. I got to find my tribe and whatnot. But what I just said is not to take away from some of you guys need to learn to be alone, because some of you guys want to be around crowds and be around the mix. And when you're not really with the people that you're supposed to be around, you get me? Because those same people that you're always trying to be around, if you weren't doing the same like activities, like let's say like you guys were hanging out, you guys are playing video games together, you guys are smoking together, you guys are drinking together, ask yourself, if you weren't doing those things with those people, would those people still rock with you as a human being? When those people that you hang out with, if you try to talk about deeper issues, are they going to hear you and validate you and make you feel better? Or are they going to make fun of you or ignore you completely and just try to get back to the things that they're doing? You guys have to really ask yourself those questions. And when you start really being like more woke and more awake out here, you're going to realize not a lot of people are there for you like how you're there for them. And that's why this male loneliness thing shakes everybody up. You get me? Because it became a lot more prevalent in 2020. I don't think I can say that word on here. When what happened in 2020, guys, that had everyone on lockdown. I don't know what other word to say for it, but everyone went to isolation. And I think after like it got a little bit more normal, people didn't know how to get out of that. You get me? People like stopped learning how to socialize, and people are kind of like socially retarded out here. It's crazy. So the people that you hung out with previously, you found out that once you guys isolated, this friendship wasn't strong enough to maintain that friendship. And now you're realizing that to try to make friends nowadays, especially when you're adult, is going to be extremely hard, because there's people that's chasing their goals. There's people that, some people got traumatized. They don't know how to make friends because they don't want to trust people anymore. So I'm here to let you guys know, I'm gonna give you guys the most cliche advice that everyone probably gives you. Work on yourself, lock in, and build a life for yourself that isn't surrounded by you having to be around other people. And you'll find out that when you build that life for yourself, and then when you have value within yourself, you get your money up, you get into the gym, you're more intelligent because you've been reading, a lot more people are going to gravitate towards you. And the important thing about that as well is when people are starting to gravitate towards you, now you have options. Now you're not just being friends with the bottom of the barrel people. Now you can actually build your tribe of actually high value friends. And then you realize that this is what I've been searching for my whole life. But you'll only get that once you lock in. Last couple videos I made too. Videos titled Time to Lock In. All comes full circle. But yeah, guys, if you guys found any value within this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.